Hello and welcome to tutorial number 12 in the Microsoft Visual Basic 2008 tutorials. And right now I'm just going to teach you something really simple. It's actually not new. We've covered this in, first of all, the if statements tutorial and then the linking forms tutorial. We're just going to put them together and to just try and help you understand it a bit more, just so it's drilled into your head, because the if statements is really important in this language. So go ahead and create a new project. We'll call it login form. What we're basically going to do is we'll have a text box, a button, and then we'll use an if statement to check if the password in the text box is correct. So you're going to need to add a text box, and we'll add a button. Now let's make the button say log in. Okay, now I'm just going to create a little label so it doesn't look so plain. We'll just put the text as please log in. Okay, before we continue, I'd just like to say this is not a way to secure your programs. Please do not use this method to try and keep your program secure, because someone could easily look at the source code for this and then look at the password in the source code and then they'll be able to access it. Please don't use this to try and protect any data, because it'll end up disastrous. Okay, so let's continue. Now that we've got our login form created, let's go ahead and add another form, and we'll call it data.vb. We'll add that, and we'll just put a little fake label here saying welcome to the FBI secret files. Okay, so now onto the code. If you go back to Form 1 Design, you're going to have the button, the label, and the text box. So double click the button, and this is actually something that we haven't looked at, which is the else part of the if statements. So what we're going to do is we're going to say if textbox1.text equals password 123, which would be our password in this case, then data.show. Okay, so what this is going to do is, if the text inside text box 1 is equal to password 123, then it's going to show the form data. Okay, so that's nice, but how we make it so we can tell the user the password is wrong? Well, in if statements, you've had the else if. Well, there's also just the else. So else is, it's going to try this and it'll try any other else ifs, and if none of them are true, then it's going to go straight to the else. So we'll have else, which is going to be if any other string is typed in. It's going to messagebox.show wrong password. Because let's look over this again. It's going to say if the text inside text box 1 is equal to password 123, and you can change this to anything you like, then it's going to show the form data. And if that is false and the password isn't password 123 inside text box 1, then it's going to simply message the user saying wrong password. So let's take a look at this. Okay, so we'll start off by typing something random like HY whatever login, wrong password. Let's see, we'll type random, wrong password. But when we type password 123, it shows the data form. So that's just a little thing you can think about and try and use if you want, just to understand the if statements and the showing forms a little more. But please don't use this to try and protect any data, because it's not the way to go about it. Later on, well, pretty soon in my intermediate tutorials, I'm going to create a tutorial on HWID protection. But for now, just play around with this and don't try and protect your data with this. So if you have any questions about this, any problems, just please leave a comment. Also, if you have any requests or even any suggestions for how I do my tutorials, then please just leave a comment. And please also rate the video whatever you feel it deserves. And for millions and millions of tutorials, subscribe to my channel. Thanks.